I noticed you and Torgel had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
Got some fried chicken.
You could say that.
A fried antelope. Fried elder antelope.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Elder antelope femur. Short of slaying a behemoth or a curl or a bison, a minotaur or an adamantoise, one would be hard-pressed to find a larger leg bone. If this does not satisfy Torgel's ancestral hunger, chances are nothing will. It wasn't that big though. I thought it was gonna be like 5 times the size of a normal antelope.
Can I? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Tomes? Thank you. Without you, Torgel would have gone hungry. Torgel, you need to communicate with us. I know you can, especially about matters to do with food. That's universal.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgel's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgel's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgel's transformation?
Mm-hmm.
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgel as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgel may be the beneficiary of more than one Eikon's power.
What?
Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Eikons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgel.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Kind of giving me another reminder that it seems like eventually we'll be gathering all the iconic powers. Caval's Fang. Even a legendary king surrounded by the realm's greatest knights and blessed by the very heavens would have found himself hard-pressed to unite the warring tribes of ancient Valisthea. Fortunately, he had the help of a fine and trusty hound, Caval. Slightly increases Torgel's attack potency. Do I have to equip it? Or is that more like a automatic thing? I know we had a special page just for Torgel somewhere, right? Yeah. I don't think I gotta do anything though, right? Or do you want me to actually, like, equip it as an item? In lieu of something that I have for myself? Heat wave cooldown? Oh, wow, okay, well, that's not happening. Thank you, goodbye. We should probably do a little bit of reading soon too, but let's finish up the rest of this. Blackthorn, got your sword. Although I don't know if it's gonna translate to anything useful for us.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
Sundered whetstone, a slab of rock quarried on the southern continent. Its unparalleled hardness makes it perfect for sharpening... What was that? Sharpening blades forged from all manner of metals, from bronze to adamantite.
A whetstone? Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone.
It's not good. You should rest.
Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
Can I make anything new now? Now, next time you see something you want, grab it or ask Karen more about it, okay? I'm not gonna do this for you again. Because if there is a Blacksmith's Blues 1 and a 2, I expect a 3, and I don't want a 3. Excalibur. Recipe unlocked. Can I make Excalibur right now?
Back, are ya? What's that for you, dear?
Doesn't seem so. I don't see it here. Excalibur. We need Wyrite. Wow, we don't even have enough Wyrite. And then Grimalkin Hide. So we need to fight some Grimalkin Hide dropping thing. It's good. It's better than what we have right now. By 18. Yeah. Okay.
Anything else?
Thank you, thank you. I don't know how much equipment really affects what we do. Feels like we've been coasting pretty fine just by, you know, doing the side quests, doing the main quests. Don't really have to try to level or anything out of my way, which is the way I like it. Don't really want to do a whole bunch of grindy stuff.
Wish I could take one of our...
But then that also means that I have no idea what the effects of what we're doing really are. It's not always super obvious.
Alright there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
It's in my pocket.
That's the stuff! And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let none say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
Sometime later?
There we have it. The I'm on the limbic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the Hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in.
Oh?
Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the Hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Can't really tell though.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
Oh, okay. Thanks, I guess. How many potions can I hold now? One more of each? That'd be pretty nice. Treated Potion Satchel. Necessary for increasing consumable inventory capacity. Inventory increased. Good. But by how much? Potions, 4 to 6. High potions, 3 to 4. Strength tonics, 3, 2 to 3. Stone skin tonics, 2 to 3. That's it. Okay, thank you. Good. I'll just let it fill up naturally then, instead of buying stuff. I think we'll be fine. Alright, I think we need to... Maybe let's talk to Otto and see about what our next course of action is. We have done a lot of stuff for the hideout. Can we do something else now? Oh, look! Look at that.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
The Bearer's Plight. Few are those who would strive to lighten the burden borne by the crystals as cursed. But if we are to survive the coming storm, we must stand together, bearer and brother, as you have shown us. A friend in Northreach. Maybe it's that rich guy?
Here you are.
Meteorite? Okay, thanks, I guess. Ooh, I want that medallion!
All done?
All right, Clive. Asterix. We'd finished sending half the Hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave.
I forgot about it entirely.
No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
We're gonna go to Canver? Can we do that? Make for the foredeck.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really? Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Oboleth.
Don't mention it.
Is Mid just going to Canver to get the rest of the boat built, or
What tidings, Uncle?
A request for assistance. My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the Free Cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I, for one, believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canverian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted, and if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at our door. Which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep a watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle. Byron?
Trouble in Canver. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
Oh, I wanted to go to Canver myself.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
We don't get the ship?
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canver pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
What's that supposed to mean? Oh, because Mid's not telling the truth? Is it okay for us to go back to our old hideaway? And I'm scared it'll be like a security concern. Sid's legacy. Did we make it a graveyard, a cemetery instead? It's pretty close by, actually. And can't mark it properly, because people might know.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Is that a foreshadowing line?
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead.
The hooded guy plus the actual Joshua?
Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Let it get swept away.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mothercrystal is gone, and their thirst for aether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
He doesn't get to do anything without her.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Boklad Markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Boklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Crystalline Dominion, where the Sandbreak Emperor is.
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
There just happens to be 3 forks in the road. How convenient. I guess we're going then. Where was Dion? Where were they? They were at a warring camp somewhere against Dalmek or Walud? I forgot where that camp was. Letney's Cleft, eastern Dalmekia, a narrow pass through otherwise impassable mountains, thought to have been torn from rock by the very gods themselves. Jill and Torgel. Sorry, boy, we're back in the deserts again. It's always the hot areas. Onward. Oh, okay. Oh, this is very close to the abandoned fishing village. Oh, wow, okay. This is like the section above, but maybe we couldn't have I don't think we could have come here earlier. Because it's blocked off here. I see. Okay, that's kind of cool.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgel helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Can I open this so that it connects? Of course not. Why would that ever be a thing? Okay, well... Do we look like traitors? Traitors as attendants, plus a dog. Doesn't matter, people will get fooled anyway.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass, and all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Look! Pretty good view of the village here. And then some... Oh, Drake's Fang in the distance. Fallen ruins as well. Yeah, we were down there last time. Boklad. Whoa! Oh my god, I didn't see that guy, even though it was right in front of me. Whoa, my whole body just went cold. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me. Oh dear, what is it?
So what do you think?
We'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Thanks, Gal.
What's happening?
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Well, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out.
You paying me money?
Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
What you're saying is, you shouldn't be in the position to call anybody else a coward. I don't know why you would call your employer a coward, because do you want him to die with his goods? What good does that do him? Of course he should run away, if his life is concerned. You guys, on the other hand...
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway...
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Why don't I just take the whole reward for myself? Alright.
You'll be doing Boklad a favor if you can clear out that pass. Why, I dare say they'll give you a hero's welcome.
That much? Okay.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Maybe this is some fake sob story to try to rob me. Because I look cool and fancy and I'd probably have some...
Look lively, you lot.
Yep.
We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
And if you ever want to see it, pay the top.
Did they expect a magic user to be here randomly? Jinn! Desert Jinn. Ow! Too many effects. I'll get this guy first, maybe. Even my voice changes when I'm semi-primed. The voice saying now Torgel. Oh, this guy's pretty tough, huh? Lots of HP. Yeah, hit that lightning rod at the same time. Oh, come on. I'm not done with this batch yet. If I bring Torgel back, the one bad thing is that he's drawn away from wherever he was to begin with. Which I might want him to be elsewhere because it covers more area in terms of amount of people that get hit.
Too slow.
I think I'm kind of done with Will of the Wisps again. I really just think there's too many effects on the screen and it's really... I can't see anymore and that makes it really...
No. Where's that cart?
It just makes everything very hard to look at and then at that point it's just doing a whole bunch of ability spam, which I mean, I was doing anyway, but it would be nice if we could see a little bit more clearly. So I'll reset this for now, and what do I do? Will I go back to ignition? Sure. We can do that. And I guess we could... I barely do the stomping, but it doesn't cost much anyway. Sure. Heat wave, we can keep a little bit. Scarlet Cyclone is AoE. Rising Flames. I can bring Garuda back as well. I like Lightning Rod, but taking... Well, you know what? Let's try it out. Yeah, I mean, I love the Lightning Branch. But it would be... Do I really want to take it out? Oh man, that's a tough one because I love the Lightning Rod. But it might be time to try out some other stuff too. Stuff like Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm is like a lower version of Judgment Bolt is what it feels like. Pile Drive. Well, I should probably upgrade this one. Yeah. Let's go with that for now, I guess. Ignition. I love Ignition. It's nice to just mess around. The rest of this stuff, though. Earth and Fury, Raging... I will do Wind Up. I'll actually go back to Wind Up. If that's alright. You don't need to master it, but... Nice little break, too. Although I didn't get to try out that whole, like, stepping back from the Raging Fists that much. So Judgment Bolt, Lightning Rod... Am I settling on this? I really miss Deadly Embrace. But I don't want to give up the Titan stuff either. Decisions, decisions. Where's the cart? Come on.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
This sounds suspicious. Am I over worrying?
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
What's not happening? I can tell you that for sure. Rude. Maybe what's in the cart is worth more than what they're being paid. In which case, they probably would just take it for themselves. Now, that was extraordinarily rude.
You've had your reward and you're not getting any more. Now piss off.
Oh, cabbages. Sorry, I stopped the guy from talking. Is it just cabbages, really? Huh. Well, not my main goal. Doesn't have anything to do with bearer liberation.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
What about everything around it? All the wooden
Path
stuff.
continues on the other side.
What, we got a puzzle or something? 3 pinches of magicked ash, so every single time we're just stuffing it in our pocket. We don't have a little jar, nothing. Wait, what? This is just... No, the vaults, that's it. Oh. Alright. Ignition, welcome back. Welcome back. I missed you. Very dearly. Oh, the area got wider. The red area for wind-up. Nice. Oh, speaking of skills I never use. Blind Justice, my god. Sorry, Torgel, here's some kill stealing for you. The Blind Justice, you apply a thing onto it and then hit it. Just never remember to do it. I need movement-based stuff. I don't even use Phoenix Shift that much anymore. Just because there's so many skills. You know what? Love Titan Block and all that good stuff, but I do feel like I want to go back to trying out... Yeah, Garuda! Let's do Garuda, it's been a while. Oh, I could take away Rama, but... Here we have... What do we have? How do I look over there? Here we go. Gouge? Gouge is kind of like whatever, but... Wicked Wheel. Yeah, because I didn't put any points. I'll take away it from Earth and Fury. Put it on... Rook's Gambit was kind of... Yeah, that wasn't one that I really got to try out that much. So we'll do that, and also get this one, Aerial Blast. How about that? So Rook's Gambit, let's maybe get some countering going on. Jump back and then deliver the counter. If the jump back is in the middle of an enemy attacking you, then the counter becomes better. So it's like, it's kind of like Titan Block, it's kind of like Heat Wave, but different timings for all of these, I think is the main deal here. More importantly, Deadly Embrace back in the roster. It's always good. Makes me happy. Oh, wow, that's a lot of water. I'm not even a desert anymore at this point. The Final Sin.
So this is Zemeckis.
Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes.
Oh.
If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their Eikons were deemed a curse.
Are they?
Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
Then we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
I thought that was a man-made dam for a second, but it's some kind of huge crater. I want to talk about dominance for a second. Dominance and bearers. Being a dominant is a curse? That's not really the impression I've gotten in anywhere aside from the Iron Kingdom. Because if you think about it, every single dominant that we've met has been in a position of power. Kings, high-ranking military members, yada yada yada, every single one. Seriously. Except for Jill, because that's, the Iron Kingdom thing, and then Clive himself because he's an outlaw. But yeah, I really... My impression is that dominants are... everyone thinks it's a gift. Even if you petrify earlier, you get this immense power that nobody else on the planet has. Seat of the Imperial Court.
I see the reports are true, Father.
Oh my god.
You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in storm. And then Valisthea. All shall bow before their emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Grieger, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father, I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
Oh?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only.
Joshua told him.
Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
The canker!
Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring.
This is a farce.
I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
How does Sambrek have any respect from any neighboring nations anymore? This is a farce.
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough.
Base-born.
You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
She probably did some spy work and investigated that his mom is maybe a lowly peasant or something. Hold up. A lot of interesting things there. Okay, seriously, how does Sambrek have any respect from anybody? This farce they're pulling off. They might be able to do it if their grasp on power is that strong. Yeah, okay, I can say that, like, because they have Bahamut, and they're the strongest nation around, so people might laugh behind closed doors, but in front of Olivier and in front of Sylvester, they won't say anything. But why? I don't understand why Sylvester would willingly relinquish his throne so early, though. Yeah, okay, you can say that. I want Olivier to be the crown prince and not Dion, because I don't want Dion, that traitorous child, to become the next emperor, but then why would he give up his own throne so quickly? What benefits does that offer? Dion, on the other hand, is clearly angry, but I'm not sure what the split is. Like, what proportion of the anger is because he doesn't get to be the crown prince anymore, the crown prince and therefore the next emperor? And then what proportion of the anger is because he sees his father being a tyrant and changed? And then what portion is putting a kid on the throne just doesn't make any sort of political sense? A little bit of everything, I would assume. But he does seem like he cares about the well-being of people. Earlier, he did mention, if we do this, then the citizens they're the ones who will suffer. So he does sound like he cares. Yeah, we don't know about his mom. It sounds like his mom probably wasn't anybody high up, though, not royalty. And another problem, because Dion's partner is Terrence. I don't know how many people know about that. Is that like widespread knowledge? But one way that could matter in terms of the crown prince stuff is like, can he bear a child? Can he have a successor if he becomes an emperor? So that might be part of the concerns as well. I would guess they're not open though, because they were just, sneaking a moment together in the camp. They weren't doing it openly, so I don't know. Okay, Goots. Apprentice to Karen and ally of the Hideaway, he's the proud bearer of a trader's pass that allows him to travel freely across the realm, something that is indispensable in completing the errands that Karen sets him. his latest task to journey the crystalline dominion in the company of Clive and Jill, using the pass across the heavily guarded and fortified border. Boklad, a busy market town situated on the northeastern coast of Dhalmekia, also known as the Thousand Tables, its streets throng with merchants from across the realm, each loudly hawking their wares to keen-eyed customers intent on finding a bargain. If Dion has Bahamut, and they're this willing to just disregard what he thinks, a little bit different from Dhalmekia then, huh? His Hugo gets to say everything. He gets to decide everything there, but here, I think because probably his dad knows that at the end of the day, he'll listen to his dad. Not sure how long that will last for, though. Oh.
The Boklad Markets are to the north. We just need to hug the coast.
Very curious what Joshua told Dion as well. He knows about Ultima. It didn't seem like Sylvester knew the name. He didn't particularly react to it. Ultima seems like some sort of a otherworldly alien, but then Dion just now was basically implying that Ultima might be interfering with the politics of the world. But I feel like he probably worries about different things, bigger things, like the whole world as a whole, as opposed to, you know, some stupid little nation play. Okay, the Steps of the Forgotten. Just gotta go up there. I wonder what made this crater. It's gigantic.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
Republican Gate. So that goes to Dhalmekia then, I guess? This hole is very uniform. Huh. Other travelers.
Alright. Headed over to the Crystalline Dominion too, are you? There's good gil to be made there, believe you me. Yeah. The minute I heard them bandits had blown up Drake's Fang, I packed up me store and pulled me boots on. And so did you, eh? I did have a plan to make me fortune with some baths down by the Dalamil Inn. But how can anybody sit back and relax in a land that ain't got a whiff of the crystal's blessing no more? And that's when it hit me. If you're looking for lucre, the Dominion's the place to be. Soon enough, half a storm will be headed there. If I can get in first and set up shop, I'll have a license to mint gil. The guildmasters at Canver will be beggars by comparison. I'll be famous in all four corners of Storm soon enough, and I'll have a fortune that'll make me ma and pa proud.
Damn, this guy had a ton to say. People move away from blighted lands towards areas that are protected by
now.
the Mothercrystal.
Good. I've had my fill of life without magic, if you can call it life. The sooner I can fill my flask from a crystal like a civilized adult, the better.
I wonder if there are people who insist on using crystals and not bearers. Good on them if that's the case. I feel like it's more convenient in a lot of ways to use an inanimate object as opposed to, you know, something that has a will of its own. Because that there's always a chance that its will is not going to be the same as yours.
Mother, I'm thirsty.
We're nearly at the markets. I'll get you something to drink there, all right?
If we can afford a new crystal.
There must be some pretty serious overcrowding coming to the Dominion then. Everyone's coming here. All the Mothercrystals are falling.
More refugees.
We even directly made a lot of people's lives worse.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Okay, but like a lot of the stuff that they were doing, that they were using magic for, was heating up furnaces, cooling fish. It's convenient, but you can find other ways to do that stuff. Like blowing wind on the laundry, you can just air dry it, that's okay. Maybe it's a matter of teaching somebody that, look, this is the way you've always lived, but you can live another way too. Did you realize? But it's hard. They've always had magic, and now they don't.
Boklad. Finally.
The markets.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going. The crystalline dominion is our only chance.
I know, but the checkpoint.
You make this assumption that they'll share any of it with you. Can you even buy it with money? I thought it was rationed out.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Eight. That's that then. No traders pass. No passage.
Porter for hire. The best service at the best price. Others will carry off your fortune. I'll just carry your goods.
How kind of you. There's some little offshoots. Check it out.
What do you think, girl? Is it time we took to the Crystal Road ourselves?
It's sleeping. It doesn't care what you have to say. Communal shard. Huh. So, crystals generate water then? This is what this is doing, right? It's being held up in a well and there's water dripping out of it. If that's the only way we can have water, well, it can't be. Like, just dig up an actual well. Then you can get water like that too. But people might not know how to do these things. A lot of water here. Yeah, there's plenty of water. We don't need crystal to generate water. Oh! I knew I came back here for 15 bloody hides. Goods.
This is everything. It must be transported to the Dominion without delay, no matter the cost.
Certainly, madam. I'll see that our fastest bird is made ready.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty. Let me, my lord. You won't regret it.
People trying to get all the jobs they can. Hi.
Well met.
Enhancer. I've got an enhancer +2. Betrayal. I'll have a few potions.
Many
Why not, I suppose?
You've a discerning eye.
I wish to engage the Crimson Caravan services. Where's the proprietress?
She's otherwise engaged at present, my lord. Come back later.
Proprietress of the Crimson Caravans. It's hot here.
Bloody Crimson Caravans, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
The porter services seem to be in huge demand here. You want something moving? Then Aldrich is your man! He's never lost a load and he's a third the price of the Crimson Caravans! Don't bother with the best! Put Aldrich to the test! Convincing? Are you Aldrich?
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post-haste.
I am hurrying, my lord.
It's all chocobos here as the method of transportation. Not the fried kind, though. Oh, hey! You're so cute. Mine's so special looking. I stick out like a sore thumb. We better hide Ambrosia. Oh. Porters for hire. The caravans may bleed you dry. Aldrich may drink you dry. We'll get your goods home and dry for cheap. Okay, that's not a very catchy slogan, but if it's cheaper, what do I care? Yeah, Aldrich's proven portage, and there is also Wheel and the Crescent. Oh. Got a nice goblin coin. 15 sharp fangs. 15 teeth. Just in a box. Ooh, this looks a bit fancier.
If our new arrivals had brought any coin with them, we'd be rich.
Your new arrivals? The people filing into the Dominion?
Drake's fangs fallen, would you believe it? No wonder everyone's taken to the road.
That's not all. I heard Lord Kupka fell too. The Republic's not long for this world, if you ask me.
Yeah, I think they're quite in a bit of a pickle. As is the Iron Kingdom. I don't know if the Iron Kingdom's gonna come up again. But we haven't heard of them, even though they should be really angry about the whole Mothercrystal stuff.
I hear the brothers found another victim. Can you believe it?
I believe it, all right. What's that? The third this month?
Victim? Brothers?
Ah, a soldier like yourself could do with hearing this. If ever you see a couple of brothers up in Leitney's Cleft, you just pass them right on by.
And why's that?
Because they're duplicitous bastards who make cutthroats and footpads look like upstanding citizens by comparison. What they do is befriend a passing merchant, someone new to the area, and steer them straight into the arms of bandits. The merchant dead and his murderers busy bickering over the poor bastard's wares. The brothers set to sweet-talking some other unsuspecting fool, a warrior. Now, the brave soul charges into the footpad's den thinking he's doing the realm a favour, and when he's done, the brothers sweep in and loot the bandits and dead merchant both.
Yeah, there's a lazy sort of cunning to it, I suppose. You'd think they'd run out of bandits eventually.
So close to Boklad? Not bloody likely.
I suppose you're right. Anyway, if you run into them, you steer clear. Or better yet, give them a damn good hiding.
I only wish I had. Thanks for the warning.
Can we go back for them? Or maybe we could have come here first and then do that quest later? But can we do it again now? Hey, I would like to do this again. If you let me. Nearby activities? Let me check. No, there's no nearby. What? We just let those guys get away with it? Really? They were in the cliff. Well, maybe later. Maybe it'll come up later. Boklad, also known as the Thousand Tables, the Boklad Markets have served as a nexus of Republican commerce for countless generations. I knew they were being so weird, but we didn't have any concrete info to nail them down with.
Out of my sight, wretch! I've no use for a branded who can't even fill my cup.
Peaches and pears, beets and beans.
It looks so dry. Oh, now we're in the markets.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
It looks so dry.
How much for a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
Oh, just look at the way Jill is dressed. I'm sweating.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the crystalline dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not
exception?
for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we?
For being the most wanted man in the realm, I'm not even covered up, he's walking around.